Hello, this is Pavel, and this is today's brief. Today, I want to walk through CIO view, the perspective of the person responsible for technology inside a service company. I run technology for a service company, and I help service companies to become technology companies. Run like a technology company, scale, manage. There's a lot of practice in a technology company how to do it in a structured way, and this is the future for any service company. Let's go to today's brief. First of all, there's an interesting site that called AI Jobs, and it is aggregates all information, all the noise, all the hype about the changes coming to job market and how it's influenced by AI. And by the measurement, the AI is touching about 40% of the jobs. 40% of the jobs, the hiring affected around 13% of the hiring affected by AI. The expected impact, the unemployment by end of 2030 is between 1% and 1%. And the actual impact as of today is zero. Net zero, zero net loss to the any jobs for the last 4 years where we are in this new era of AI that is supposed to change the economy forever. When you look at the expected job loss, it is very interesting to see that the higher number, that is close to 7%, goes further back. In 2024, it was expected 7. 2025, it was expected 5. In 2026, it is expected 1. So, does AI work? Yeah, of course it does. It's obvious. You can see it's everywhere. All companies are using it to a different extent, but did it bring the savings? No, it didn't. All of those advancements, as we discussed before, got absorbed into the new service level. The company is expected to produce all of this now with no credit from the customers. And again, moving into the AI cost, which has become an evergreen topic for anyone who's responsible for AI in the company. I was thinking today on the different angle. The latest model, the latest Claude model, Fable, came back, and they graciously gave us 1 week to use it under our subscription. And after that, it's going to be moving on the credit-based. And I'm thinking, I'm okay. There are use cases where I'm going to keep using the latest model just to where the creative stuff is and where I want to get even the slight advancement over what I was doing before. But for our company, we're good. So there's no single use case where the Fable is going to be missed. And it's interesting transition. I'm going back into 2022, 2023, 24, when my head was spinning. The entire way how we build systems, the whole technology layer is going to change forever. And every new step, every new model, every new tool was getting this feeling even stronger, just blowing your mind. And in the short period of 4 years, I got to the point when I'm looking at them thinking, I'm either run out of the ideas, or might be my imagination is not that strong, but I have no more use cases for even stronger frontier model in the company where I'm working at. So we're good. If I summarize where the AI made the tremendous change is ability to work with the unstructured documents. The whole concept for 2 decades I was working with IT was to have people transfer the real world data into structured format. So it is available for reports. It's available for future processing, the logic built on the structured data. And all of a sudden, we are enabled to work with the unstructured data, real world documents, emails, PDFs, invoices we receive. All of this become a new base, no foundation for the business. Phone calls, transcription of the phone calls. So that was a big step. And now we are in the process of stabilizing on this new level. We're still, of course, using a lot of structured data, and we will continue using the structured data. But the process that we use human for of transferring non-structured data and structured is replacing by technology. But moving forward, I have no ideas for even more sophisticated use cases. I probably will have, but the excitement wears off. And when they announced that Fable is not going to be available for our company, I'm thinking, yeah, I think we're good. In a business that runs on software, access is not a technical detail. Access is authority. Whoever or whatever can reach the live data can act for the company. Two things every technology leader should sit with. First, your access report can be accurate and still be wrong. The roles on paper are not the same as effective access, service accounts, inherited permissions, and all integrations quietly create the ability to do things nobody ever signed off on. More and more, the attacker does not break in with a clever malware. They log in with the valid credentials. Identity is the perimeter now. My view on this, that it's only gets sharper as agents and integrations multiply, because every agent runs on some credential with some access and human has to own. For a service company, the question is not who has a role. The question is who or what can actually touch customers' record, billing and cases, and who owns that access. Take your most sensitive system, map effective access, not the role chart. Give every service account and every integration a named human owner. Access is authority. And if you do not know who can actually act, you do not really know who is running the company. Governance is the word everyone reaches for. And it usually shows up as a document, a policy PDF, a risk register, a binder on a shelf. Here's the problem. Your risk register can be perfectly up to date and still not to tell whether risk went up or down this month. And glossy AI policy is worthless if daily practice contradicts this. In my view, governance is not a document. It is a live proof. For AI, that comes down to three things you can actually show: where AI is used, what controls are in, and who stays accountable when it acts. The companies that win with AI will not be the one who used it the fastest. There will be ones who can show clearly where it is used and who is responsible for it. For a service company, you start smaller than a framework. You start with an inventory. And the takeaway: run AI, use inventory. For each use, answer 4 questions: where it is, who approved it, what data does it touch, what does it affect real decisions, pricing, eligibility, and customers' outcome. Then separate the low-risk productivity uses from the one making consequential decision and put your governance on those. The governance is not the policy you wrote. It is what you can prove on Tuesday. So that's the CIO view for today. An agent is a software worker. Give it an operating environment before a task. Access is authority. No effective access, not the role on paper. Governance is a live proof, not a binder. And you do not police shadow AI, root it. That's all. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.